He felt it, but barely. A small sting, like a mosquito bite. And then he collapsed. No struggle, no visible injury, no sign of violence. Doctors ruled it a sudden heart attack. Case closed. But what if that wasn't the full story? During the Cold War, rumors spread of a weapon so precise it could kill in plain sight and leave no trace behind. No wound, no bullet, just a death that looked completely natural. At the center of these rumors was the Central Intelligence Agency, an organization built on secrecy, operating in a world where information is power and deniability is protection. Officially, political assassinations have been banned by US executive orders since the 1970s. But during the Cold War, the lines were not always so clear. There were allegations, debated, investigated, and often denied, that intelligence agencies explored ways to quietly remove foreign threats. Figures like Fidel Castro were the subject of multiple covert plots, and across the world, influence was often exerted in ways the public never saw. Because if something couldn't be proven, it couldn't be traced. And if it couldn't be traced, it could be denied. Then came the claim of something extraordinary. A weapon designed not just to kill, but to disappear. It didn't look like a weapon of war. It was small, compact, almost forgettable. And that was the point. A silent device, capable of firing a tiny dart using compressed gas. No loud sound, no flash, just a soft release. In a crowded space, you wouldn't notice it. And if you did, you wouldn't understand what you saw. Inside the dart was something far more dangerous. Investigations pointed to a toxin similar to Saxitoxin, a substance produced by marine microorganisms, and sometimes found in contaminated shellfish like clams and mussels. In high doses, it disrupts nerve signals, paralyzing the body, shutting down breathing, and in some cases, stopping the heart. Fast, silent, and difficult to detect without specific testing. But what made the weapon truly unsettling was how it avoided detection. The dart itself was incredibly small, sometimes described as thinner than a needle. In some accounts, it could be made from materials designed to degrade inside the body. Others suggested dissolvable or even frozen delivery systems. The goal wasn't just delivery, it was disappearance. Minimal entry point, no recoverable projectile, no obvious cause, just symptoms. That looked natural. And then, this stopped being just a rumor, because in the 1970s, something was revealed. That changed everything. During a US Senate investigation known as the Church Committee, intelligence activities were examined in public. What they uncovered shocked the nation. Among the evidence presented was a weapon capable of firing a poison dart, quietly, precisely, without leaving a trace. The hearings revealed that intelligence agencies had explored, and in some cases developed, tools for covert assassination. The result? Stronger oversight, new rules, and formal restrictions on political assassinations. But even with those changes, one question remained. If something like this could exist once, could it exist again? Imagine this. A diplomat walks through a crowded street, unaware. He's being watched. Someone passes by. A brief moment of contact, barely noticeable. He keeps walking. Minutes later, he feels weak, dizzy. Then suddenly, he collapses. Medical teams arrive, tests are run, and the conclusion? Natural causes. Case closed. So why create a weapon like this, if it was never meant to be used? In intelligence work, preparation is power. Even unused tools expand what's possible. If deployed, targets would likely be foreign operatives, diplomats, or individuals considered high-risk threats, not random, and officially not domestic, because using something like this internally would cross serious legal lines. There are supposed to be layers of approval, oversight, legal review. But history has shown that secrecy can blur boundaries, and when actions are hidden, accountability becomes harder to prove. There is no confirmed public record that this weapon was ever used in the field, but the fact that it existed changes everything, because a weapon that leaves no trace doesn't just hide the act, it hides the truth. And that raises a question that still lingers today. Not whether it could be used, but whether it already has been. Because the most dangerous weapons aren't always the loudest ones. They're the ones you never see coming. If this made you question what's real, there are more stories waiting in the dark. Subscribe to Wild Stories After Dark.